Welcome back to the channel. I'm Professor Will, your Director of Training, and today I want to have a quick discussion with you guys about something that most of us miss and a lot of us tend to take for granted. Doing what I do in a 32-year career in law enforcement, I have learned to pay attention to my surroundings, to see what's going on around me. And today is what we're talking about, situational awareness. Whether you're walking to the car, training at the gym, out with your friends, at your favorite coffee shop, at church, your safety starts long before any threat shows up. That's situational awareness. And we're going to break it down into just 5 key points to help you stay alive, live smart, and stay ahead. Number 1, very simple. Be where your feet are. Too many of us walk around in what I call the cup, the civilian urban pose. And that's you're facing the phone, not paying attention to what's going on around you. We live our lives in that little 3-inch screen. You'll see too many people, even at sporting events, and you've got a history happening right in front of you. And they're looking at it through the screen of their phone while they're filming. I get it. Technology is good. It's fun. We have a lot of advantages now we didn't have when I was a kid. If you wanted to have music when I was a kid, you had to have that big boom box on your shoulder walking down the street. I remember when Walkmans came in, we just thought that was the greatest thing in the world, and they were still about that big around. It was like carrying a brick everywhere you went, but it let us have mobile music without having to carry the big box around. And now we've got all that stuffed into our phone. But the problem is we tend to live in that and not paying attention to what's going around us. So be where your feet are. Stay mentally and physically present, especially when you're in transitional places like parking lots or gas stations. So our second point is to know what normal looks like. Every environment has a baseline. The coffee shop at noon feels different than one at midnight. Walmart at 6 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon is different than Walmart at 9 o'clock on a Monday night. Pay attention to what's normal. That way you can instantly spot what's off. People loitering, watching too closely, arguing too loudly, coming by you too much, being around you too much, paying too much attention to what you're doing when you're checking out or you have money out when everybody can see it. Pay attention to those people. Paying attention is a huge part of situational awareness. Number 3, your instincts are wired for survival. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Don't ignore that tight gut feeling or the hair standing up on the back of your neck. That's your body's flight or fight mode telling you it's time to leave, change direction, speak up, whatever. But it's time for you to pay attention to what's going on because it's telling you from a very basic primal part of your body that, hey, something's wrong here. In 2002, there was a young lady that was attending a very well-known Southern university. She had a male classmate, asked her for a ride to a football stadium. She said, sure, why not? When they got there, she thought it was kind of odd. He wanted to go to the football stadium. He's on the football team, but there's nobody else there. No other players, no coaches, no trainers, nothing. She thought, well, that's kind of weird. And that hair on the back of her neck feeling started to hit her. And about that time, she said, well, it's probably time for you to go. And he said, well, I'm not getting out of the car. He refused to get out of the car for several minutes. Finally, he even said something to her about the fact that, hey, I know that you work on foot the security on campus. I know you carry a gun around. Would you shoot me if I didn't get out of the car? She looked him dead in the eye and she said, yes, I would. And she started to reach under the driver's seat. Well, that was enough. He got out and walked away. She trusted her gut, and it may have just saved her life. She saw this young fellow again several years later, but this time it was on the news. He turned out to be a serial rapist and a murderer convicted for 2 killings and suspected in several more. She survived because she listened to that signal. Trust your instincts. You don't need proof to protect yourself. Number 4, take advantage of your position and position yourself for an advantage. Always think about where you're standing. When you're in public, face the entrance. When you're on a street, walk on the outside of the sidewalk, make a wider berth around corners and blind spots. Pay attention to those kind of things. If something happens, where's your exit? I have a little exercise that I usually start, especially when I do ladies self-defense seminars, and I'll ask them to close their eyes and then to tell me how many exit doors are in the room they just came into. Most of them, 9 out of 10, can only tell you the door they came in at. They have no clue where the other exits are around them. And most of us don't. You have to train for that. You have to teach yourself to do that. You have to pay attention to that until it becomes second nature. You have to look at your environment and say, where is cover and concealment? And there's a difference. Concealment is just that. It keeps you out of view, but it doesn't stop incoming bullets. Cover stops bullets, but it has a shelf life. You can sit behind a brick wall, but when it absorbs enough rounds, it's no longer cover. Know the difference, know what makes one better than the other, and know what you have available. That is called awareness, and that is included in knowing your options. Number five, very simple. Don't look like a target. Bad guys want easy prey. Walk confidently. Make eye contact with the people coming up around you. Keep your head up. Again, out of the phone. If you look like you're going to fight back and make noise, a lot of them will just move on. Situational awareness isn't paranoia, it's preparation. It tells the world, I'm not your victim. Remember, the situational awareness is simple. It's a habit of noticing before things happen, not reacting after. Start making these 5 points part of your daily routine, and you'll be safer, sharper, and harder to catch off guard. Make sure you train smart, stay aware. You can always contact us at Centurion Holdings LLC at gmail.com. You can find us at Centurion Holdings LLC.net. Make sure you like and subscribe and do all the stuff you do on all the social media platforms. I think we're on just about all the main ones. Find us, like us. That helps push the algorithm so that our video gets out there and grows our audience. And I appreciate that. You can always check the QR code that sits right there, and we'll see you next time.